It is the Victory Moment with CK. Join the show as we chat victory in the midst of the uncertainty in life, because each day can be a victory moment if you don't quit, if you don't give up, and if you don't let go. Well, hello to everybody and welcome to the Victory Moment with CK. I am CK. Hey there, everybody, and welcome to the Victory Moment as we continue to move forward and press forward. This is what the Victory Moment is all about, moving forward. How do I move forward when all these things are happening? But we talk about it. You're encouraged about how to move forward. But listen, I most importantly want to talk about stay quiet. Because sometimes we just talk a little too much. And it affects what's going on around you. It gives a circumstance when it comes to that. But you got to remember, just be quiet. So that's what the Victory Moment is about. And we're going to talk more about some other stuff. And again, welcome to the Victory Moment with CK. Well, hello again. And there's some other things that I want to talk about. But we're going to talk more about it as we take a commercial break in a little bit. But I really want to talk about stay quiet. What are you talking about, CK? What are you talking about, CK? When you say stay quiet, what are you talking about? And I think some people get it, some people really don't get it. We get confused about certain things. We get upset so quickly about certain things. And I understand because of of our normal human nature. But I really want to talk about stay quiet sometime. And most of the time, we get into certain situations because we don't listen. We're ready to respond, but we're not really hearing the full circumstance of what's going on. And we make judgments, and we don't really know that we're making judgments against things that are really not, that's out of our control. So I want to talk about not stay quiet, not say anything. I'm hoping that it's making sense as I'm talking. Not say anything. Silence speaks for itself. I'm going to say it again. Silence speaks for itself. When you stay quiet, it speaks for itself. Silence speaks for itself. when you take time not to entertain certain things, it just speaks for itself. It maneuvers, and it helps along the journey of you not constantly fighting against something you have no control over. So I want to talk about number two. I want to talk about number two. I want to talk about also what we call stop communicating everything. That doesn't mean you stop communicating, but what it means is you stop communicating everything. And that means you take the time to not entertain, speak everything, because sometimes it's not necessary to speak everything. And I hope you're understanding where I'm going. When it comes to speaking certain things, everything doesn't need to be said. And depending on the relationship, one thing I'm learning, I love my girls, I love my family and my close friends. But there are certain things I'm not saying. Because, first of all, when you communicate certain things too much, there's a different perspective that people look at you. So when you're doing all of that, you have to focus on what you really need to say and what you really don't need to say. And that's the main important thing when it comes to stay quiet. You speak on what you need to speak on, and then you don't speak on certain things that you do not need to speak on. And that's the most important thing. That if it's something you don't need to say, then you don't say it. If there's something you need to say, then you say it. And you bring it in order. And that's basically what it is. And you bring it in order. And you bring it in order as you make decisions of what you're going to say and what you're not going to speak. And it's simple. Think before you speak. Think before you speak. That's what it is. Think before you speak. And finally, the last thing I want to say, and then I want to talk about 5 different ways to really be quiet. Let's look at this. And one of the things that I want to talk about, the last thing I want to talk about, don't be so quick to respond. Again, don't be so quick to respond, especially in relationship. Because sometimes if you are in a certain level and you're upset, you shouldn't really respond in that attitude. But we tend to attack, and in any type of relationship, whether it's a sister, brother, and so forth. And we tend to right away want to respond because we got to defend ourselves. We got to make our thoughts clear. We got to put it in check. We got to put it in order. I want to know how much time, or how much did that really help in the situation? I'm just saying, ask yourself. But when you take time to really think, when you take time to see who you're actually dealing with, because sometimes if you understand who you're dealing with, you won't get so aggravated right away. And I remember I made this joke with my mom because she was getting into this attitude and saying certain things about my dad. And if anybody knows me, I'm a daddy's girl. And just quick story. And I just started to laugh and I took a look and I said, Mom, you know who you married. And that's exactly what I said. I said, Mom, hey. I said, you know who you married. And the bottom line is, especially if you're married, you know who you married. Unless you walked into it blind, you know the different things that they don't like or they have attitudes about or things that kind of upset them. And we do certain things knowing that this upsets the person. But we have to come with a different mindset and a different attitude in how we handle people. So listen, come a little and just listen. Stay quiet sometime. Stay quiet sometime. Don't always be talking. Not say anything is the it speaks for itself. Sometimes just not saying anything. Stop communicating everything. Everything that's going on doesn't need to be communicated with your girlfriends, with your friends, especially if you are in a marriage. You and your significant other work that out. And finally, I just want to say this as I quickly share these other 5 things real quickly and just introduce some other things to you. Don't be so quick to respond, as I just said. Responding, don't be so quick to respond. And I should say react, but respond with wisdom, respond with understanding of who you are dealing with. So I was laughing and when I was getting and preparing this because I was like, sometimes we just talk, 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 and we don't really listen. And I said, these things always talk to me first. And there are times when I realize we just got to be quiet. Especially when you see certain things escalating. Story 2, and then I'm going to go into the other 5 things. I was out and about, and this lady just started going off, and nobody knew she was going off on me. And they did not know that she was going off on me because I did not react to her. But then when she started going into another level, all I said to her is, I don't know who you are communicating to. because I know that you're not communicating to me. And I didn't say anything else. Because one thing I'm learning in my mature time in life is not to always respond to everything. I react. Let me change that to react. I respond when it's necessary. But see, mature people understand that you can't tell people or make people do what they don't want to do. There are people that are just immature. There are people that are just childish. There are people that just make it seem that everybody is attacking them. When in reality, their attitude and their way that they're doing is really very offensive to others. And these are the things that you're like, listen, don't let that hinder you from doing what's right. Don't let that hinder you from being the best you. Don't let that hinder you from being great in what you do. Because people, jealousy is in many multitudes of ways. And it doesn't mean, because I hear people say, why do you think I'm jealous of her? Because of your mannerism and because of your attitude towards a person that you don't know. If I don't know you, why would I be upset with you? I never met you. I don't know you. Why would I be upset with you? So all of those things play into just be quiet. And you learn a lot more when you stop talking so much. I just wanted to share this with y'all today. I see you. Silence makes a difference. And it says more than what you think it says. So I want to share this 5 things when it comes to being quiet. Number 1, make time for yourself every day. That's part of being quiet. Avoid multitasking when possible. We women are good for that. We multitask in a minute because we got to get things done. So we multitask in a minute. But sometimes part of being quiet is avoid multitasking and being still. Pay attention to your body and your feelings. If you're tired, take time and just be quiet. Practice being present during conversations. What is that saying? Stop talking and waiting to respond and try to listen to what's being said. We are talking about being quiet. So you can see, so you can hear, so you can understand. Part of winning, because you know this is always what the victory moment is about, is knowing how to be strategic. And part of being strategic, and I'm always hearing this now, we're not playing chess. We're not playing checkers, we're playing chess. And that means shh. your strategy. And part of your strategy is being quiet. And the final thing I want to talk about, which everybody's going to be like, what you talking about, CK? No, I can't do that. Take regular breaks from technology and social media. Oh, did I say a bad word? Take breaks. Take breaks. Can I say it again? From technology and social media. There's a lot of things that try to overwhelm you when it comes to social media. There's a lot of things that try to overwhelm you when it comes to technology. But you have to make up your mind that you are going to take time so that you can still function. And that's what being quiet is all about. It's about your mental health, your physical health. And I'm going there today because we struggle with certain things just because we don't take time about ourselves, about our health, about our wellness. Understand, being quiet is not just, I'm not talking to her. I'm not saying nothing to her. I'm not saying nothing. It's it's a lifestyle that helps you along your journey of mental health, physical health, even your spiritual health. Have you taken time to pray? Have you taken time just to consult the one that created you? Are you taking time to not react to everything, but respond with understanding, with wisdom and love? And I hope someone really gets the whole picture. Because I know life can really be a struggle. Finances, family, health, um, death, all kind of things. And life now is not as simple as much as it used to be. We have to be concerned about this, concerned about that. But if you take a quietness and really take time to assess everything, be part of the solution and not the problem. Find the solution and don't make everything overwhelm you by talking about everything. Because even if I say certain things to someone, they can't help me. But when I take it to God in prayer, and I got to bring God into it. As I take time to be quiet and try to see how to work everything out, it makes a difference. And then God puts the right people at the right time to be a blessing. And then in return, you be a blessing. I'm just saying. That part I wasn't even thinking about. But shh, don't be so Stop talking so much. Stop talking so much. Be slow to speak, swift to hear, and understand so that you will know how to respond to different things. People are going through a lot, and a lot of times their anger really is not towards you, but it's not is towards what they're not getting in their own life. So they make a big scene because a lot of people want to be seen, um want to look pretty, all of that stuff, but inside it's a sad situation. And you know we have to align ourselves and stay positive. This is the victory moment with CK, and part of being victorious is not letting everybody know your strategy. When it comes, like the army and all of that stuff, if you notice, they can't share everything because then the enemy would know exactly what to do, where you're at, what you're doing, how you're doing it. Can't do that. Because then you give the enemy exactly what it needs to block you, to try to block you, to hinder and rise up against you. So you're strategic in whatever you do. So thank you for joining me. And don't forget to download the BHC network. You see it right there. And if you download it, it is free. If you have Roku, Fire Stick, and Apple, and it's on Apple TV, and we would love to connect with you. And if you are a business and a business that will love to be seen or promoted, thousands, we have an opportunity for you by just sharing your information. And you could connect with me and send your inquiries at King Miracle Travels at yahoo.com. Again, at King Miracle Travels with an S, travels at yahoo.com. And I'm going to I'm going to continue to share the information because we are looking to help. Even if you have a solo, a book coming out, even if you have some other things going on that you want to share, we can actually share it for you. And there are multiple ways you can do it. If you want to do it once a month, you can do it once a month. If you want to do it every once a week, you can do it once a week. If you want to and you could go on the main BHC media network and get so much stuff to promote your businesses. We are working on this because we know a lot of small businesses, a lot of businesses that just want to be, to be seen. We are looking for you to elevate you as you connect with us. It's all about the connection. And I want to share, if you are in London, the CBO Summit is in London, and I'm going to share more information about that beginning on it's going to be in London on Saturday. And if you are in London, I'm going to post the information you can actually join the CBO Summit, which is a Christian business owners community. And if you haven't and you're a Christian business owner, join the community because there's so much going on. And the person that's over the community is just amazing. And she's all about promoting Christian business owners. And if you are going to be, and I'm sharing all of this because this is what's happening now. And in October 26th, our annual Survive and Thrive. And if you want to be in the magazine, if you want to be a vendor, you still have time. And again, I'm going to put all that information where you can find it. Again, I can share it with you. Again, you could connect with me and send me your inquiries of different things or any other information, especially on the BAC network. I thank you those for joining me on the different platforms and joining me on the actual BAC network. Thank you, because we want to win together, and this is what open opportunities. Join my YouTube channel, and it's the same name, CK-Carmen King. Join and connect with me on YouTube if you haven't already. And just connect with me on my other social media platforms. And if you put Carmen King, you'll see all of it. And basically it's CK-Carmen King, and I just want to continue to win with you. So let's do this together as we stay quiet in what we're doing, but not quiet in how we're doing, but not quiet in making things happen. And that's important. So I thank everybody for joining me. I thank everybody again for your support and your love. But just remember, be quiet. Stay quiet. That doesn't mean you're not making moves or doing action. But don't talk so much. But respond with wisdom. Respond with understanding. And respond with love. Thank you again. This has been another victory moment with CK.